It's crazy that you...
Puff Daddy is the king of deception.
Yeah.
Every time we was in the party, he was throwing his champagne, his vodka in every picture. He was. So we didn't know. We like, yo, he's a great guy. This is a great party. This is a great, yo, give me your clothes. I'ma rock it in the video, yo. Sean John sold 400 million.
Yeah.
Champagne, this. All the joke's on us.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. Yo, I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to my podcast show. I'd like to thank people who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, my podcast show on my YouTube channel. Thank you for your subscription, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and we're going to talk about Puff Daddy, man. We're going to talk about Puff Daddy, Bad Boy, man. They had one of the greatest runs in hip-hop in the 90s, man. You know, Bad Boy, Biggie, Craig Mack, and, you know, all the other acts that Puffy had on his label. He was like one of the top labels at the time. And if you don't know by now, we all know by now, you know, the East Coast and West Coast drama that happened in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? That ultimately, you know the end result to that. You know what happened with that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was always wondering, like, what the hell happens to these melanated owned record labels? Like, they be on top and then they just crumble. Just like, you know, I know Snoop is trying to bring back, you know, Death Row. Know what I mean? You know, what happened to Death Row, man? They had some dope acts on their label. And I believe, and what I've seen, what happened with the East Coast, West Coast thing with Bad Boy and Puffy and, you know, other, you know, many other acts were involved in it too as well. But, you know, it was mainly just a beef between two people, you know what I'm saying? It was a misunderstanding, which, you know, if they took the time out, Biggie and Pac took the time out to sit down and talk as men, none of it probably would have happened, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it was propaganda, a lot of it was hype by the media at the time, you know what I'm saying? The Source and all this, and MTV, you know, they were pumping up the beef for these two record labels to eventually see their demise and crumble, you know what I mean? But, you know, we all know the tricks of Puffy and the tricks and the bad contracts. You know, Biggie signed bad contracts, Craig Mack signed, like, you know, all the things and stuff that Puffy has done in the music industry to get ahead. You know, he allegedly was the guy involved in, you know, Pac's death. He was allegedly involved in, you know, Biggie meeting his demise, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want your number one artist at the time to fly out to the West Coast when you know it's hot out there at that time? You know what I'm saying? You know people tight about, you know, what happened to Pac, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, people thought, you know, and what's surfacing right now, that, you know, Puffy had something to do, allegedly, with Tupac's murder. You know what I'm saying? But now a lot of information is coming out recently that, you know, allegedly Puffy had hands in the situation, and a lot of information is coming out now. Like, if I'm not understanding, Puffy is looking at some jail time, allegedly. I don't know. So, but we all know the snaky things Puffy has done to get ahead, and the bad contracts he has put in front of people, you know what I mean? You know, he signed Biggie, he signed a bad deal. Craig Mack signed a bad deal. 112 signed a bad deal. It just like seemed like everybody who deals with Puffy is sort of like a Puffy curse. Like, their career, you know, starts off hot and then they just disappear. Like, I don't understand how that happens when you got some dope acts. I mean, he had 112, one of the dopest groups to ever come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Toto was another dope group. Faith Evans was another dope artist that he had. You know what I'm saying? I think Faith Evans was on Bad Boy. Yeah, she was on Bad Boy. Because that's how Faith and Biggie met. But, you know, people, you know, seem to have some bad deals when it comes to Puffy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Puffy and his ways of doing business. Like, they seem to have nothing but bad, financial relationships with him, man. Like, you know what I mean? I never really heard anybody saying that, yo, Puffy was a straight up dude. And, you know, we did business together and, you know, everything was straight up and right. You know what I'm saying? There's only few people that I heard that from. Like, you know what I mean? Master P was one of them that, you know, people said that Master P did business straight up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to have people in your company that complain always. It's just like at a job. You know what I mean? Nothing is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is perfect. But you're always going to have some people that's going to complain. The same goes with a record company. It's the same concept. You know, you're always going to have some people that complain at the job, no matter what job you go to. It could be the best job in the world, but you're always going to have some people that always complain. You know what I mean? And, you know, Master P did have some lawsuits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People did complain, but for the most part, like it's his top tier artists. You know what I'm saying? Snoop had nothing but good words to say about Master P. Snoop praises Master P all the time and give him homage. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Snoop always say in our interviews that, yo, Master P's the reason why I know how to make money out here. You know what I'm saying? Because he was with Death Row, and you know the motto of Death Row was to feed you crumbs. You know what I mean? Allegedly, Tupac died with $250,000 in his bank account. Now, that's pretty sad for a top tier artist at the time. Like, you know what I mean? To die with only $250,000 in his bank account. You know what I'm saying? And at Death Row at the time when Pac was alive, now I mean they were just, you know, they owned everything. You know, Pac didn't own his home. Pac didn't own none of those vehicles that he was driving in. He didn't own anything. You know what I'm saying? So Death Row had the rights to everything Pac owned. Pac didn't even own his masters. Now I mean at the time Pac was trying to get his masters back from Death Row at the time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's kind of funny, you know, when Pac was ready to leave and do his own thing and leave Death Row, you know, he ends up being taken down. Same thing with Biggie. Biggie was in the process, you know, he was in a bad deal with Puff, and he knew that, and he was in the process of renegotiating or, you know, leaving Bad Boy. I believe he wanted to leave Bad Boy or renegotiate his contract, but I believe he wanted to leave. And it's just strange that these two people wanted to step up and do their own thing, and they both no longer here no more. You know what I mean? Same thing with Big. The rumors are he wanted to leave, do his own thing. That's why he joined. That's why he formed Junior Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in the process of getting acts together on his own. You know what I mean? He signed Cameron. You know what I mean? He was in the process of signing Cameron. You know, Cameron went to go meet and you know what I mean, and he was in the process of signing Cam, but in the process of signing Cam, he was gunned down. You know what I mean? So you know, Puffy's always been, you know, that guy that's just always around some negativity. You know what I'm saying? And he tries to push this image of positivity and all this crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of things, Puffy, to me, this is my personal opinion, man. Like, he's very evil, man. But he pushes off this clean cut image. You know what I'm saying? To make himself look good. And you know, we all heard the rumors about how he rose, you know, his sexuality and all that crap. I don't really want to get into that. And you know, because I seen an interview with Fabolous. You know what I'm saying? We all seen that and how he was acting towards Fabolous. I thought it was pretty odd. But Puffy always seems to have his hands in some negative business, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, if you do dirt, you don't leave here with your hands clean, man. Eventually your karma will catch up to you. And Puffy's karma is catching up to him right now. You know what I'm saying? It's catching up to him right now. And he might do some time. You know what I'm saying? Puffy might do some time. Now, when he do that time, I believe Puffy's that type of person. He will take his life before he sits in a prison cell. Now, I don't see Puffy doing time. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Puffy doing any time at all, man, for what he's done. The lives he has ruined. Like, look at all the acts that were on Bad Boy and Loon. I forgot about Loon. Yo, look at Loon. Like, they all go, you know what I'm saying, left. Like, if Puffy is left, they all go right after a certain point and go crazy in a way. Look what he did with Shine with that situation, man. Left Shine hanging. You know what I'm saying? Shine was defending him in the club, and some cats run up on him. And I think they threw a drink in his face or something like that. With the information I got on the internet, he was in the club and some cats threw a drink on him or something like that. And Shine stood up. You know what I mean? He stood up and defended him and Jennifer Lopez. I mean, because they were dating at the time. And you know, when it came for him to get the financial backing, Shine, to get the financial backing, you know what I'm saying, to get the support from his right-hand man, supposed to be his right-hand man. And I believe that Puffy, the only reason why he signed Shine is because his voice sounds a little bit like Big. You know what I'm saying? Shine really didn't have real... now, he had some cuts that were dope, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Shine didn't really have a real skill set as a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really couldn't rap that well at times. You know what I mean? And when he came out of prison, and his voice was gone for a minute, then it came back. But let me get back to, you know, Puffy. But how Puffy just left the man hanging. You know what I'm saying? That man did 10 years in jail. 10 years. For something that it didn't even pertain to him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? All protecting Puffy. You know what I mean? And this happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? It seems like nothing but negativity is around Puff, but he gives off this, I'm a God-fearing guy and all this and the third. That's a front, man. That's all a front. And so many people have died around this guy. And he's always the last one standing. You know what I'm saying? His right-hand man, what's his name? Wolf, passing away. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's around this guy either goes right and completely go right, you know what I'm saying, to something totally different. Look what happened to Loon, man. He left, man, and went to Saudi Arabia or whatever, man. Became a Muslim and all that. Like, know what I mean? Look what happened to Craig Mack. He left and he joined some type of Christian cult. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs messing with Puff, man. And he uses people, man. You know what I'm saying? Puffy uses people. Anybody close to him, he used them, man. You know what I mean? He uses people. He used Big, you know what I'm saying, to get his record label popping. He used Craig. Actually, he used Craig Mack. You know, Craig Mack is the reason why people know Bad Boy for being Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Big. It wasn't Big. It wasn't no other acts at the time. Craig Mack put Bad Boy on the map. And Black Rob, you know what I'm saying? Black Rob kept Bad Boy's name alive. Like, you know what I mean? R.I.P. Black Rob, R.I.P. Craig Mack, man. You know, Black Rob tried to front like he from Harlem, but he actually from Buffalo, New York. He was born and raised. But R.I.P. to those cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Black Rob was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Another person that, you know, brought something different to the game. When Woe came out, man, what? You heard that everywhere in the streets, man. When Woe came out, that was everywhere playing, man. When Craig Mack first came out, man, when he came out, Flavor in the Air, that was playing everywhere, man. But Puffy should thank Craig Mack for his career. Real talk. Craig Mack is the reason why Puffy is who he is today. Thank Craig Mack. But yo, Puffy just used everybody on his label, man, just to get ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Puffy was always about that bread first. Everything else second, third, fourth, and fifth. Like, Puffy always been about that bread. Puffy always been about himself. Puffy always been selfish, you know what I mean? And just look at everybody that's passed away. Craig Mack passed away, gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? He left, at a certain point he joined some type of cult, like, you know what I mean? Passed away due to, you know, health illness. Black Rob passed away. He passed away homeless, no place to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just used these people up until they can't be used no more. You know what I mean? Then they just wither away into the side of life where they just disappear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, where's 112 at, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where's Toto at? Like, all these dope acts that he had on his label. Black Rob gone. Like Biggie gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he seems to be the only one still standing. Wolf passed away. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be the only one standing when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? He's always the one standing. You know what I'm saying? So now we have, you know, a situation now. His karma has caught up to Puffy now, and all the dirt he has done is catching up with him, possibly. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have people like that in this world, man. You got people, you know, there's a lot of Puffies in this world, man. And that's why you got to be careful on who you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's family, friends, or whatever, or acquaintances. You got to be careful who you deal with, man, because you got people in this world that are just in your face and in your circumference just to use you up, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's a friendship, or whether it's somebody just a pass by. Like, you know what I mean? You got people in this world that just want to use up all your energy. And that's what these people are. These people are like mainly like vampires in a way, like energy vampires. And they come in and they take up all your energy, and then you're left with nothing, and you die, and then, you know, you end up with nothing at all, and then they end up with all your energy and everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Puffy is. He's a energy vampire, man. He goes around and he sticks close to people who's got great energy, you know what I'm saying, or got something going for them, and he uses them up until he can't use them no more, and then he throws them to the side, man. And pretty much that's how the whole, you know, industry runs. The record labels and the movie industry, they just use you up until they can't use you no more, until you can't sell for them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Then they just throw you to the side. And Puffy is one of those cats, man. Know what I mean? Puffy is one of those cats. But I got another video I want to play, man, about Meek Mills, man. You know what I'm saying? And Meek Mills showing some growth. I got a video of him saying how, a short little clip of how, you know, the record labels play these guys to spew out negativity. They pay them more to talk more about the destruction of our people. You know what I mean? So I'm going to find this video. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. Okay.
We get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even align and come talk on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP, open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward, because the things that fund us, they don't power me forward. You know, I just make sure, because I know better, and I'm at an age point, I'm 36. They power us really went from when we 21 to 25, where we really don't know. We get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even...
So guys, do you hear what he just said? Hold up. Yeah. So guys, did you hear what he just said? Do you get paid more to rap about ignorant stuff? Do you hear that? So now you know the reason why a lot of these entertainers today rap about the negativities of life. You never get both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? You never get both sides of the coin anymore. You know, back in the day, you had both sides of the field. You know what I'm saying? People would rap about the streets, but they gave you the other side too. You know what I'm saying? That's not so glamorous. But now they only pushing, well, the streets as a whole is not glamorous at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he just told you what was the real. That they get paid to push this negative connotation of supposed to be art, and it's not art. It's not art at all. You know what I mean? It's not a connotation of art, and they try to say it's the hood or this, that, and whatever. You know, that's getting kind of played out. You know what I'm saying? The whole street thing, being a street dude or a street woman, a drug dealer, that's really played out. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on this content tip, you know what I'm saying, and creating something with your mind that's legal, that whole street shit is played out, man. Like, it's all played out. That shit is played out. That's been played out, man. And if you think you're gonna get away with some street stuff in this day and age, you know what I'm saying, with these cameras all over the place, and you got AI technology all over the place, and now they're trying to get people on this wave of, you know, scanning your palm prints and all that. You're not getting away with nothing anymore, man. The streets are a myth. They always been a myth. You know, these guys who perpetuate this street life, you know, Meek Mills, and some of these cats actually went to college. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats like Plies, they got college degrees, man. You know what I'm saying? But they push this image of negativity, and they push this image of ignorance, and then they want you to turn around and be ignorant and negative. You know what I'm saying? It's all, imagery is everything. And I keep saying this in my shows, man, because it's real like that. Like, you know what I mean? Imagery is everything. You know what I'm saying? Your image is everything. And you got cats, you know what I'm saying? Young men, older men, you know what I mean? Walk around sagging their pants and all this craziness. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the most disgusting thing ever. You know what I'm saying? That's disgusting. Like, people need to pull their pants up straight up and down. I wish they should pass a law, which is sad. They got to pass a law for people to wear a belt. You know what I mean? But he completely told the truth, man. They pay these cats to perpetuate nonsense. They perpetuate violence, to perpetuate disrespect. You know what I'm saying? They you know, perpetuating not having financial fundamentals and learning how to properly handle money. You know what I'm saying? Throwing your money in the club and all that. That's not being an adult. That's being irresponsible, man. And a lot of these cats push this image of, you know, not wanting to grow up. You know what I mean? Staying like a little child, like type of vibe. Like, you know, none of the music that they put out today is about, you know, manhood, womanhood, you know what I'm saying? Family, building a life with somebody. It's all individuality. And when you're trying to accomplish something, you can't accomplish nothing as an individual. It's not going to happen. You need a collective of people with like minds to accomplish something great. And all these things, you know, from the social medias and all that, you know what I'm saying? This is all about, you know, creating individuals, not creating a group of like minds. It's not about collabing together. It's not about, you know, building together. It's all individual stuff. And too many people in this world today think as individuals, not as a group of people or a unit, one moving unit force. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad to see. You know what I'm saying? I hope it change. But the only way it's going to change is people got to change. They first got to change what they listen to, what they watch. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful what you watch, what movies you watch, because they can mess with your subconscious as well. You know, but we live in the times where the truth is coming out, man. And Meek Mills probably didn't notice it, and you know, but he gave you some real stuff. Like, this is why you got all this stripper music. You know what I'm saying? You got all these acts talking about this negative stuff, being a stripper, being trash. You know, being a street dude, being trash. This is why the frequency of the music has changed to where it's at today. Is because they make more money pushing this message. And look how many rappers have died. Another rapper just passed away like a couple days ago. He was shot and killed. Like, rappers are dying like every week. You know, they're making people, you know what I'm saying, you know, what is it called, when somebody passes away, you keep immune to like death and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's becoming the norm. Like a rapper passing away, and you know what I'm saying? That's becoming the norm now. You know, somebody getting killed and shot. Like now, when a rapper passes away, it's not even felt anymore. It's just like, oh, another rapper passed away. You guys got to change the frequency of the music. It's time for the music to change back to where it used to be. You know what I'm saying? What happened to R&B and all these, you know what I mean? All these genres of music that had their own style and own flavor, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to get back to, you know, working on yourself properly, you know, picking your pants up and putting on the belt and carrying yourself like an adult, you know what I mean? And stop thinking like a child. And both sides of the field think like little children, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to step up and take responsibility what they're doing out here. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's all I had to talk about today, guys. You know what I'm saying? I thought that that little clip by Meek Mills really caught my attention. And I just wanted to touch on Puffy and how he destroyed so many lives and how he destroyed his record label, you know what I'm saying, out of greed and selfishness. Puffy is very selfish. You know what I'm saying? Puffy has not created another millionaire outside of him. Facts. Name me another person Puffy put on that is wealthy and rich. And that's what life is supposed to be about, man. You're supposed to get on, and then, you know, you're supposed to put on the next person. You're supposed to pull that next person up with you. You know what I'm saying? Puffy don't do that. Puffy is the only man standing. You know what I'm saying? The only one. Anytime an act signs to him, their career is destroyed. They get one record, and then after that, it's destroyed. Look at all the acts he signed. They're all, you know, making the band. What happened to them, man? Those were very talented young people that were in that group making the band, you know. But the whole joke of that group was the whole part where, you know, Puffy told him to go get him a cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Puffy has destroyed a lot of groups, man. Puffy has some really good groups under his umbrella, man. And it's sad to see that they don't get the record. Mace, another one, you know what I'm saying? Look what happened to Mace. He bugged out, went to church, came back to rap. I don't believe nothing about Mace, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe Mace really was about that type of time, about church and all that. He went to be a pastor, and then he came back to rap talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? He tried to make excuses about it. Then he went back to being a pastor. Like, Mace is just a flip-floppy type of dude, man. Like, I don't believe Mace for one bit, man. Mace is that type of dude, will do anything for $1. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like Puffy, like, you know what I mean? He'll do anything for $1, like, for real. And that's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand the flip-flop, you know what I'm saying? If you're really about that life, you don't flip-flop, you know what I mean? You don't flip-flop, but, you know, these entertainers and these rappers, and they all actors now, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's real. Nobody's real anymore, you know what I mean? Nobody's really real. Nobody really cares about the art form of hip-hop anymore, like, you know what I mean? It's all a money grab now, because the corporations came in and destroyed the fabric of hip-hop, which was about knowledge and understanding, you know what I'm saying, and breakdancing, you know what I mean, and it's kicking knowledge. They had to change the frequency of the music to what it is today, which is crap. The only way you can really find some real hip-hop, you got to go underground and dig, you know what I mean, to find good acts. But yo, man, that's my take in this podcast episode. I like to thank everybody for tuning in. But yo, catch me on YouTube, man. If you haven't, catch me on YouTube. That's Jupiter 9 Podcast Show on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. But that's my take. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. One.